hand are man-made.
They're manipulated to shapes.
Yes.
Yes.
And they're ugly.
They conform to their idea of bonsai beauty, not to nature's idea of beauty.
Exactly. There's a difference between the Chinese
And the
bonsai
Japanese.
and the Japanese. And I prefer the natures instead than will create a shape that I want. Now, this kinds of cedars, they are really skinny and tall. I will prefer a little wider, shorter, okay?
More like California cedars.
Sorry.
These
I'm
are-
happy to see these.
They are something like this over here, near the lighthouse park,
Okay, on the ocean side.
across the Lion Gate Bridge,
Yeah.
and pretty, yeah, yeah. So
More wind
those are the trees that in Huangshan. Okay, so you already know. Okay.
That's okay.
So you now.
That doesn't mean we can paint them.
No, we just know what they look like.
That's right.
Okay.
That's exactly right.
Tell me that you just what you said just now is occurred to me. That you said doesn't mean we can't paint. So why that you can't paint? I just wanted to know. Now,
Skill
by
set.
giving you this technique, guiding you how to use the brush, and then you go home, you paint a pine
Practice.
tree.
And
Of
then
course.
you'll know how.
And then
Practice and
you
practice.
should know, but then you will come up with a problem is visualize the shape of the tree. So what is in your head?
The trees
Okay.
that we know around where we live
Yeah.
is what is
So,
in our head.
A lot of time what I want like you see, this is how I was born with it when I was a kid. No one teaching me that. You close your eye, you visualize, it's like meditation, you visualize that subject that you want, and you're trying to install that subject into your brain. So every time when you close your eye, you see that particular subject that you want, a trees or any, and then you're trying to put it on your paper, and you paint them. So you're trying to do that.
We'll have the open book. You know, and see it and paint
Okay,
it.
Yeah.
one time is not enough. 2 times, 3 times, as many times that
Right.
takes you to do it.
Imprint it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is how I gain my memory by not using or depending on this camera. I using my own eyes as a camera and storage in my head. Then is how I do
I
that.
need a camera. I can't
Actually,
store that much.
Phyllis always used to say, use this camera.
And I used that since when I was a kid. And then the other thing is good is just take a little notebook, write it down, or do a little sketch to help your memory every time when you tend to that. Just a little word that will recall the whole thing back in your memory.
Like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and then that will be a good thing. So you don't get else.
Alzheimer's.
Well, this camera's getting
I'm
out of
beginning
focus.
to lose memory.
It's because we put so much memory stuff in, after a while it takes us longer to find it back out, but it's still in there.
You have to have
We
the
just have to
scanner
search
going.
the files for a long
Keep
time.
the
The
scanner
mechanism's
going.
slower.
Yeah.
Now the pine tree, the way I doing it all now is I will start from the top all the way down to the bottom. And I do not do it like a printing machine. Okay, a lot of people do. Okay, and then no, I would prefer that you slowly build your tree or grow your tree. Okay. And those are very, very stiff, and it's like a machine. And then you can use the same brush, or you can use two different brushes, one for the pine needles, one for the but
As long as they're both horsehair.
of course.
Yeah.
This is how I grow the trees. Oh, the other thing what I should mention is, now, once you decided the left hand side, it is short, then the right hand side should be a little
Long.
longer. Okay, doesn't mean this long, as long as both sides are the opposite. Okay. Now this is short, so that, and then if you decided, okay, in the middle, I need something, and also, like Huang Shan could see, a lot of pine tree is growing on one side because of the weather,
Wind.
the wind. Okay, so you realize that. I have a very nice book from Huang Shan, which is published by the Japanese photographer.
Oh, yes.
I have a very nice, and then it's disappeared.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Blue legs.
No, sticky fingers.
No, that's what I
I
mean.
know who has it,
Oh,
Oh,
but
that's
he
bad.
wouldn't give back to me.
oh, that's
Well,
right.
wow.
that's boo-how.
In Chinese we said, book theft is not a theft.
Oh, really?
Say again.
Say it
Book
again.
thief is not a thief.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's because you love to read.
He must need it more than you.
Yes, but
But still wrong.
Yeah.
I fly all the way to Tokyo to buy that book. There's a bookstore in Tokyo, which is I love to visit every time when I spend many days. It's close to Tokyo State. There are lots of books. I don't read Japanese, but
Yeah.
I
Don't
buy
need to read.
Japanese books.
Well, it's like Powell's in Portland. You gotta go there. Powell Street Bookstore.
That's how you.
Many
No.
of those.
The other ways you could do it is you've broken it out, and then
And then fill it in, yeah.
or whatever direction this and. I hope after the trip you gain more technique.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
As I said to you, you could when I online you could has to be sort of the time when I go to the computer is about 9-10 o'clock. Yeah, I should go to bed at 10. I'm trying to do that, but I just can't.
I know that feeling.
Yes, I do
This is
too.
the
Just
night owl
can't.
over here.
Sally too.
Yeah.
And
I
Connie
used
too.
to be. I used to
Connie's up
be up
late,
till
too.
1 or 2 every morning, but I can't do that anymore.
Well, good.
I got that email from you from around midnight.
Yeah.
Jeez, what are you doing up, lady?
I sent her an email. I thought, oh, she'll answer it in the morning. Bang.
Right, I know.
That is
Headed
how
up. Oh, another night.
how you paint a tree. Now you can always
Oops.
you can always add
Or you need
more
Mhm.
when you need them. Okay, and just create the characters
Yeah.
of the pine tree. All right.
to. Really, I like the idea of doing the tree that you really love, and then Xeroxing it and using it as a template, because then you don't have to recreate every single
Yeah.
time. That's
Exactly.
wonderful.
So you has to, but just different shape. Okay. Let's take one of the books. But there's not all those pine trees are pretty. So you're the one who choose, and you're the one who do minus and plus.
Yes.
Okay. Like this is a little. So
Dancing.
What do they name the pine trees? Remember some of them?
Oh, a lot
A
of
lot
them
of
have
them were
names, yeah.
named.
there's some pine tree on top of the mountain or the rocks.
Mhm.
They're all plastic. You know that?
No. In Huangshan?
Yes.
No.
Ah, yeah.
Did you know? You didn't know that?
No.
Nobody tell you that?
No.
No.
Oh
They're
God.
plastic.
Yes.
They're man-created to.
No,
look-
the tree died.
died.
And they
So
just
and
wrapped
then
it
because
in the
they're
plastic.
so famous,
They recreated
Made
it.
them.
Yeah.
yeah, this had to have without that tree.
It's not the same.
Yes, so they put a plastic.
Gosh, or
Well,
couple.
wow.
Yeah. Well,
is it the
A
welcome pine?
couple of them
Yeah.
很不好. A cup like if it's like something like this,
Like that
you can
one,
see,
yeah.
you could actually tell they are not real.
They don't move in the wind. Yeah.
I have a book, it's not that good, but what I want to show you is that particular mountain has the plastic tree is this one.
That one.
Yeah.
oh, is that
Okay.
the one that's the
The
pen?
spire.
妙笔生花.
The pen, the pen.
Yeah,
The
the
pen.
pen.
Flower at
Yeah,
the peak.
yeah,
Yeah.
the pen, and that is not. That's a plastic.
Plastic tree.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a plastic.
Well, now
I
my
didn't
heart is
realize
broken.
that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that until when
Well, the
I
trees don't
one
live
day I
forever.
read
Yeah.
on internet. I read the news, and it say because some of the big shots are visiting Huangshan,
So they
and
have to
somebody
see
tell
them.
him.
You have
He
to.
was so surprised that oh,
Yeah.
and that's just
I'm surprised they
that's just one
told
of
him
them.
it was.
This is like some place like this because they cannot go. It's not their
that can
fault because the nature.
Yeah.
Well, they die.
It's so
eventually.
harsh, the winters and
Most of the tree with a shape like this, they are mostly grows by itself or the cliff. Okay, that's why they have different shape. If you go to San
stunted.
Francisco or go to the coast of I don't, is it called 17 miles?
Yes.
Yeah,
17
Monterey.
mile drive.
Yeah, and then you see a lot of trees by the ocean, and they are beautiful.
Yes.
That is exactly like this. Okay, that we're based on the white shape as well.
it's a lone cypress.
Yeah.
Well, and they're quite stunted by the wind and
Yeah.
the salt water and it's different trees.
Even close to, even in Sunset or Richmond, all the way
Yes.
down
Yes.
to the ocean, by the close, you see a lot of trees nearby are
All like
beautiful.
that. Yes.
Yeah. They are.
Yes.
It's
Gnarly.
the same way. It's the same way you taught them. Okay. And also, this is wrong. Okay, this is bad. And then when you dot, do not dot here,
Tippy tip, yeah.
Up on the top.
away.
Yes.
So give the brush some space. You see, when we do this, but you can always correct him by adding. There is a painters on the East Coast, an American lady to teach Chinese painting. Do you know who did I?
On the where?
On the East Coast?
Yeah,
Oh,
she has a website,
Caucasian or?
Caucasian,
On the East Coast.
2 word, Nanya, isn't it?